So hi guys. I'm going to, many of you have made, well, some of you have heard me say this, and so I'm going to say this part again so that you understand what the intention behind this session is. I am currently taking a social media class that is a 8-week social media class. And so the point of that is for me to take the information that I am learning and have learned and pass that along to you guys. I have not mastered, I haven't mastered any of it. My intention is to be able to share with you so that you pick up some pieces, whether you are doing a lot of social media, or maybe you're middle of the road, or maybe you're doing it very little. I just want to be able to pass along that information, because if you wait for me to become a master, it'll be never, or at least a long time. And I don't want, and it'll probably be old information by then. So, I want to keep up with the times. So this should be maybe like a mid-level social media. So if you don't do a lot of it, it might be a little bit more than what you're accustomed to. Just go with it, listen to what we have to say. And I'm happy to do second layer things, whether it's maybe next Friday, we might do something that we can do some kind of a workshop for you to get a little further along and get caught up or work on one aspect. It's a variety of people in the room. And so we're going to kind of figure this out as we go. My topics are about your Facebook and Instagram business pages. Did you guys know that you have a possibility to have a business Instagram page? Well, of course, Brad knows. If you haven't met Brad, I'll pick on him too. Brad is very knowledgeable, and that's not a picking, that's actually just the truth about it. So there are two, so Facebook, many people know about Facebook business page. Not that many people know about a Instagram business page. So for real estate, for you to be as protected as possible and make sure that you don't get slapped on the wrist with some kind of a fine that you didn't disclose that you're a real estate agent, things like that. The easiest way to do that is to make sure that you have a business page that has the information on it that will cover you. The other thing is many people have community pages. And what I mean by a community page, it doesn't have to be we have communities here and they're all HOAs. This is a countrywide type of thing, a community page that is more about, it's a page that's talking about events and things that you do within the community and just highlighting why it's great to live in blank place. So I do have a business page. I'm not trying to do this to compete with you guys, but I need to be able to help you. And so it's there. Copy whatever you want. None of you have been invited to it, so you probably don't even know about it. But I want to be able to show you some things. So that's one thing. So we're going to make sure that you guys at least know how to do that. If you already have it, that's great. Then we're going to go over some tips. So the how to do it, that's only going to take like a couple of minutes. The other thing is that I want you to know how to do an ad that you are targeting a certain area. Now, if you're going to put an ad out there that's talking to a buyer or to a seller, and there are different types of ads, what location would you want those people to live in? It's a trick question. It could be a trick question.
In the area of farming?
Yeah. Maybe, but do you have a neighbor that lives from like New York, tri-state, Ohio? It's a lot of people that are moving here from other states. And I believe that somebody was saying San Francisco. Was that somebody in here? Was that you? That was you. Oh, sorry. Is that okay that I said that out loud? I don't know if that was proprietary information. I try not to share. I try to share certain information. Yeah, that's like one of the highest places that people are actually moving here from. Yeah, I said that right. So doing an advertisement, if someone is doing some searches and doing some things with tag words and things like that within Instagram, by sending that information and having only San Francisco seeing it, you're targeting them, and the competition is a lot less, right? It's a thought, whether you do it or not. I'm not here to judge with that. You have to test what you do Every ad can have different results. Every location can have different results. So San Francisco, that was totally new to me. I had not heard a lot about that. We have a team here that is doing a great deal, and this they said in a team meeting setting, so I'm going to say it's okay, in the tri-state area, that they're doing a lot, which I could have, I mean, I knew that anyway, but I did not know about the San Francisco. Ohio and Michigan, huge. So think of from a price point of other areas that we know people are moving here. And I don't know a city in Michigan to be able to say this, but there's probably an area that you could see from a price point perspective would match whatever area that you want to work. So I want you to see how to do some of the targeting. Now, the other thing is, and there, I'm going to guess that there's maybe 2 people in the room. Do you guys know how to do Facebook friends lists? Oh, good. It's going to be worth the class right here. Do you put people in categories that are your friends on Facebook? Did you know that you can do that? Yes. I feel much better when I'm here and I actually share something that you don't know. Like sometimes it's like, yeah, we already knew that. So price of admission. This is going to be one of the best things. So I handed you out a paper because I wanted to make sure that you covered, or that we covered those things and that you knew what that meant. If it's something that you do not know, please make sure that topic is important to you and you want to know more about it, and we can do another class. And again, you know, if there's 10 steps to being a master of social media, I'm probably in a 2 or 3, but well, no, actually, according to you guys, I'm a 10 because you didn't know about the list. So whatever you want to call me, I can definitely make sure that I am able to show you how to do that. And then it's just a matter of doing that super, super well. Okay. So we are going to do something about that. Has anybody in here done anything with MailChimp? Okay.
Just delete it there.
Just that you know what's, you know,
Yeah, I know we
with the
signed
command.
up for it, so it's marketing stuff.
Yeah. Please don't pay for any of the stuff that I'm talking about unless you have a budget to do it and you want to. My intention is to show you the things that you can actually do for free, because actually that's all that we only need, the free version for most of this anyway. So don't go in and do the extra thing. If I were going to pick one thing that has been my favorite in this class that I would pay for, is probably the Canva, which I'll talk about Canva in a second. They do have, it's like $15 per month. And I know more about it because the office actually has an account. So I was like, oh, this is a lot more stuff. So I was kind of excited about that one. But aside from that, you don't have to have any kind of a paid account. That's not the intention behind this. Although if you do ads, then yeah, spending a little bit of money. So we're going to go a little bit over MailChimp, and I'll explain a little bit what that is. Canva is a site that you can turn things into graphics. So it's very handy. In my opinion, it's pretty easy to use. Has anybody used Canva at all? You have? Okay. Have you done it, Canva? Okay. So it's pretty easy to use, but you can really make some nice like templates for posts, which is great. I'm a copier. I am not an inventor. I'm a copier myself. If you're an inventor, go for it. Another tool is going to be your there's something that is Facebook Ads Manager. Have you gone into that section? You have? Okay. Andrew is going to teach the class.
Well, I use the system that Keller Williams offer. You know, when I
That's
was doing
different.
open houses, you know, I did the ad through that.
That's not using the Ads Manager.
Okay, so it's different.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually going to be more things that are outside of the Keller Williams piece,
Okay.
and only because you can do a little bit more. If you're doing the Keller Williams stuff, honestly, it's like plug and play. You click on a few things, you type a few things in, and it goes out for you, which is good. I want you to learn a little bit more that if you're going to spend $20 on something, I want you to have it a little bit more powerful. And it's not for everything. The thing through Keller Williams is actually really good for a lot of things.
Mhm.
And you might find that we're doing those other things. You just might have some really good results with certain things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
So.
Canva similar to like, I have RIPL, like an app on my phone, and it has just templates of
Oh,
open houses?
yeah, that one has less templates as far as I know. I haven't compared it. I've had Canva for a long time. So when that one started to be a hot people started doing a lot of things with it.
Mhm.
I never transferred over because I looked at it and I was like, it's not quite as much.
I think it's gotten better, because I had.
Probably.
It was just, and it stayed the same for a while, and then they must have got someone new that actually like update.
So it's more-
refresh
It probably is, but you can have a Canva free account, so why not have both? And
Mhm.
then you might, do plenty.
Mhm.
I mean, and there's probably 5 other sites as well. Canva just happens to be the one that if you take a marketing class, a social media marketing class, I have yet, whether it's an hour-long thing or this session that's an 8-week thing that I'm doing, that somebody's not talking about, this is where you go. So again, I like to copy things. I'm not gonna, somebody else is smarter than I am. So the Facebook Ads Manager and also the Facebook business page. So those are the things that we're going to do. So I'm going to start, and I want you to, if you're already on Facebook, which you should, go ahead and open up. So everybody, you won't be able to do it on your,
Oh, really?
I don't think so. I think you have to do it there. So you'll have to observe. Yeah, but you've got your notepad,
Okay.
so you can pay attention. I'm not going to spend a ton of time, but I do want you guys to see where this is. So you should be able to type in and find this. And this is where it is right now. They move this. So right now it's called, it's bookmarks lists, but a week from now, it might be in an entirely different place. So this is what mine looks like. Yours probably only has about 5 things on it. Does everybody find that? So none of you have done anything with this ever. It's also on your paper.
To not go to your Facebook business page.
No, this is just regular Facebook.
Oh.
Because to log in and go anywhere, we are going to talk about, you can't.
So I'm logged in Facebook and I typed that in and it took me to my Facebook page, not my business page.
It's
but
not
my
going to.
personal-
We're not going to work on the business page with this particular item.
Oh, that's on. yeah,
That's where
so
you
it's
want.
onto the-
Yeah, I
to
think
the
that was her
personal-
question too.
Personal Facebook page.
This
Oh,
is-
then up there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a second. So this is a second piece of it, but this is something that you're going to want to use. So you probably have some of the main ones, like you might have friends, acquaintances, close friends. I don't know. You have like a variety of things. So
Did you say that we worked out of our personal page?
this is out of your personal page. This doesn't even care. It's actually regardless of what page you're on. This is but it's going to relate to your personal page. But we want to be able to get people onto your business page, and the way that you can do that is because you already have people on your personal page, we're going to drive them to your business page. And this is one of the ways that will help you do
So
that.
not just invite them from your business page.
You're on step 5. We're not there yet. Bear with me. Work on this. Yeah. I got 2 hours with you. This is not going to be a 3-hour class. It's going to be a 2-hour class because we all got stuff to do. Many of us are in bold. So with these, you can then add people. So just make one list that would make sense to you. So it might be your boat building buddies. It could be some, friends or kids' parents, something like that. I have it from past professions. I have from like a community. That's what Del Tierra is. That's a community. I have local sphere. I don't really care what the names are, but I want you to make one that makes sense to you. So it might be business people. Does that all make sense? Everybody can think of like one thing, and you can change the name later. I just need you to have a name. You could put them into the names that are already there, but I want you to have that one thing. So for me, I live off of Rye Road. I might have something that would say Rye Road neighbors, right? I mean, I could do that. So it could be something like that. And then you just have to be able to find those people. So I did this not that long ago. For those of you that do know me, oh, whoops, sorry. It's not what I wanted to do. Scratch that. Hold on. So if you're going to create a list, you can just do the name, right? You can make whatever you want. And then if you want to, why am I doing that? Hold on. Hold on. Why is it doing that? Oh, okay. Sorry. They moved my thing. Hold on. All right, let me do something. Hold on. That managed list was in a different spot before, like 3 days ago, it was in a different spot. So they move things around. So here is a list. And if I wanted to edit it. These are people that are on lists. So in my past, growing up, my family had bakeries. We had in Florida and in Georgia. And these are people that actually worked at my bakery. So I put them, well, worked / friend that was there a lot. So I put them on the special list. Now I just did this actually yesterday, but let me show you something. So if you're friends with me, did you guys make a title for a list?
Yeah, but it says we need to add friends to that list. now,
So
right?
add a friend, just add a random, a spouse, a friend that's not going to know the difference. So add at least one person to it. Everybody done the one person? You now then know how to do it, and you could pick people. This is super important for you for excluding people as much as it is for including people. That's why we're doing this. So how many have seen posts that or have a competitor? You know, there's people in this room. We should not be on your posts that you're trying to get business. Keep us out of it, right? I mean, I'd like to say that we're all in integrity, and I'm not going to go onto a post that Mark puts on Facebook and try to poach his people that comment, right? I would hope that none of us would do that. However, there are agents and there are people that would do that. So I'm connected to a lot of real estate agents. So there are some times that there's going to be a post that has nothing to do or that is very real estate related that you guys are never going to see. Because not for that reason, more so because you guys need to do your own thing. I'll teach you how to do it, but I also use the system. So I huh? I do. You have no idea what I do after I walk out of these doors. It's pretty boring, but still don't know what I do. So to test this, go to all of you, not everybody is friend. No, you're not friends with me yet. Are you friends with me on Facebook yet? Okay, so I am Susie Powell. If you type in Susie Powell, that's my maiden name. You typically find me because of the other stuff. You should find me. Here's what that picture will look like. And for those of you that are friends with me, tell me if you see this picture of a cake. You don't see that picture of that cake.
I see pictures like a cake, I think.
You see a picture of a cake?
Is that a cake?
Oh, no.
Making my mind on cake.
You need to see that. That's not cake, that's flowers.
Flowers on a wedding cake.
No. That's just a pretty cover page. So that you're not going to see, and you're not going to see it because it was actually a post that I did specifically for that group of people that were part of my bakery, that worked at the bakery. And so I asked them, because I wanted it to show up for you guys here, the name of the name of our bakery's creative chef was my aunt in Georgia. We were Sweet Creations. So good name, right? Great name. Well, it doesn't exist anymore, but other people have it. So I have people that are on there. And so I had a couple that, because I put this up there, I don't know, 8 o'clock this morning. And so a couple of people commented, because I wanted to make sure that I actually had some, just didn't look blank, but you guys can't see this. So many of us, I know Paula's been in the business for a little while. There are real estate friends that you have that I'm sure you're Facebook friends with. They don't need to see what you do. And if you're seeing what they do,
And they're not good as us.
your words, not mine.
Makes sense.
So that's the power that's behind it. Okay, so you understand what the lists are. This will take you some time. How many friends do you guys have? How many? Well, that sounds like such a judgy question.
A lot.
200, okay. Well, I have about 4,000, but I'm gonna tell you like 3,500 of them are Keller Williams real estate agents, so don't think that it's more than it is. Yeah, so there's a lot of people on there. So it may take you, if you have 200, it may not be, you know, something that takes you weeks, but I wouldn't be surprised if you have more than 200, let's say you have 500, it could take you a little bit of time to go through it because it's a tedious task. It's not like there's a checkbox that has them in alphabetical or no, there's not an order to it. It's just a challenge. So
So sorry, so just a quick question.
Yeah.
So on your actual page,
Mhm.
where are you gonna find these groups? 'Cause I'm just looking, so if I've created a group, I don't see your post. So where would I find on my Facebook page, I know what's gonna be like these separate groups? Is it like
when
under-
when you go to post,
Yeah. Oh,
so what
it's gonna be on the
happens-
post, yeah,
Yep.
okay.
so here I'm in a post.
Oh, so it's gonna be there, okay, got it.
Now I've got all those audiences. Does that answer
Okay,
that
so
question?
it's gonna be on the post, okay,
Yep.
that answers it.
So that's what I'm able to do. So if you wanted like a certain group, you could put that group. Yeah.
Nice, I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy, straightforward.
Yeah. It's not all that bad, but it's
Lots of
more
groups,
about
lots
who
of
can,
groups, yeah.
it's more about who can you exclude.
Nice.
Yes.
So let's say you have 1,000 friends.
Mhm.
okay? You have 3,339. But
Very popular guy.
on your business,
Go.
on your business page, you have of that 234 followers.
Mhm.
Can you make a follower group for your business page?
That goes into the retargeting, which we will go over a little bit further. That actually is like, this is your baby step in to get you to how can you actually use this to, because at the end of the day, we want commissions from this, right? I mean, it's great to play on Facebook and if that's what you want to do, but you're going to be potentially one of two people. You're going to still at the end of this, if you take this seriously, enjoy going on to social media, or it will be a job. For me personally, it's a job 9 times out of 10. Yes, Paula.
Do you make a group of real estate agents then?
Oh, yeah.
Do a post?
Mhm.
Just, you know, agents?
Yeah, so like if I go here, I actually have, not only do I have real estate agents, I also have, well, I have other real estate companies, because remember, I am in a leadership perspective. So I will sometimes, if there is a company out there that I know stuff is going on, and I want to know something or put something out there that may highlight what's going on. I found out I tried to make an appointment for, I have a personal buyer, tried to make an appointment last night, 7 o'clock. I put in my request. Very interesting. I got calls at 8 o'clock this morning. It's like, yeah, we were closed. I was like, so I couldn't make an appointment to show your property at 9 o'clock this morning. That's nice.
And then, so
I don't know, there might be a post about that. I won't name the company though.
So you would have a realtor box for like, say, you
Yeah.
have a listing, and you just want to blast it to your realtor friends and be like.
You should have 2. Yeah, so there's gonna be like local real estate agents, and then there might be agents that are outside of the area. Yeah, so you want like local competitors. And that would be every other person in this room too. Because let's be honest, if you're going on a listing appointment, as much as, yes, we want us all to succeed, don't you also want to succeed a little bit more in that appointment? Yeah. Okay. So like out of town partners, I've got a variety of lists, and part of these I built before. So now I'm being a little bit more strategic in that. Okay, so are you good with what this is
Mhm.
and what you can do with it from a basic perspective? Okay. I highly recommend just getting this out of the way and put the people on the list as soon as you can so that you can use it. Okay. Does everyone in this room have a business page?
Mhm.
You do not have a business page yet. Okay. You do a real estate business page.
Scott Deloitte is building.
Oh, perfect. Okay. He pushed it out for somebody else to do. It's like, I have people to do that.
Yeah.
Actually, all of you have people to do that, by the way. Scott Leroy is amazing. If you're not capitalizing all the things that he does for us, and it's not just one person, it's like 40 people. We always say it's Scott. It's not only Scott. It's like 40 of them. But the answer is like, yes, happy to help no matter what. So have that, get your list together. If nothing else, know who do you want to make sure on a regular basis that they know that you're a real estate agent. Okay. That's one of like your reasons to do this. Okay. All right. So we're good on that. So you don't have your page yet. And Pamela doesn't have it yet, but we will get that part done. What I want to show you as far as how you would do that, or you could also just call Scott. Yeah, I have a lot of pages. So if you wanted to create a page, you just go up to this plus and create a page. And if you do that, make sure you can do it two different ways. My suggestion is to have it as a community page and not as a business page. Check with Scott. I want to say that he probably does it naturally, but you might want to check with him to make sure what he's doing. So let me explain a little bit of what anybody know about community pages versus business pages. Have you seen anything about this? Oh, I love sharing stuff that you guys don't know. Okay. I, on occasion, go to Target. It's kind of out of I feel like I know it's like right there, and I feel like I just never go there. But I am part of their email list. I am part of their group because I love a good coupon. If I can find one, I'm as happy as I can be, right? So I will always be on their page. I will not always be on the page, but I will follow their business page. I will have their emails. Now, other pages, I actually want their information and I'm going to read it regardless. Target, when I need it, I'll look for it. Then there's others that I just like seeing what's going on, right? So that might be, I mean, there's a variety of different things that I'm on their page. Say that right. English, apparently not my best language, and it's the only one I know. So there might be something that I just love. I'm part of a photography page. I am not a photographer, but I love their beautiful pictures. And every time, if I am looking socially on social media, I love looking at the pictures. And I love, it's like they show a bird. I don't know the name of the bird. I feel like I'm learning something. It's just like something that I enjoy doing. That's more interesting to me. There's a lot of people that want to know what's happening in an area. Like I just found out that Ed's Tavern across the street has burger night. Do you guys know that they have burger night?
Yeah, I'm there.
Trivia nights.
They have trivia night too?
Yeah, it's
Trivia
Wednesday
night.
night.
Yeah.
Wednesday
Okay, well,
night.
apparently trivia is not my calling. Burgers are my calling because I'm all about, I was fascinated by that. So
There's another place in town too that-
there are a few. Geckos used to do it. I don't know if they do it anymore, but I don't really care for them. They're good burgers, but I don't really care for the
That's
place.
okay, we're there.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. This is my example. This is not for everybody to necessarily use the same thing. But the point is that I'm seeing information. That can be it's a business page, but it's set up as a community page, can have more draw. Because if you're not buying or selling right now, are you really going to look at every time somebody has an open house, or every time somebody has a new listing, or every time the rates go up and down? If I'm not buying at the moment, or I'm not selling at the moment, and I'm seeing that 3 and 4 times a week, it can get kind of stale and boring to where I'm not clicking on it. I'm never looking at it. Does that make sense? Because we love real estate. but we love it for a different reason. So you can be interesting about it, which there are some people that have a whole funny thing that they do, or more of the beautiful pictures that are not just of the outside of the house. And so if you can figure out how to do that really well, great. But for the most part, we're finding that the community pages get us further. So with that being said, if you notice, I have something called the Lakewood Ranch Life, right? This is from my class, totally from my class. Do you happen to see that it has 4,000 people that have liked it, and I have 4,000 followers? I have one more follower than a like, which, to be honest, I don't have an answer for that. Would you like to know how I did that? What do you think? What do you think I did to make that happen? I paid myself to do it, or I paid to make sure that happened. That is almost solely because of one thing that I did. Let me show you what I did.
Is it running
Can you
ads?
purchase followers?
No, I actually got the followers,
Yeah.
but I paid for an ad
Oh.
that actually got the followers. I got, oh, shoot. Oh, where is it? Oh, where did I put it? I think I might need to email it to myself. But here, I'll tell you, because I did this. So I can tell you a number.
Setting up pages that makes you as an agent look like the local economist person that does the community in the area and just sharing.
Correct.
all of what goes on
There's
around
a-
the
It's seeing the name over and over again. And there's tons of agents that do this, by the way. So don't think that you're like gonna be, oh my gosh, there's only the people in this room know about.
Yeah.
No. And I'm not seeing a lot of them, those that I have seen, and I'm sure it's like I get on a page and I get kicked off, I'm sure, because there are some people that know enough about it that won't keep me on. But I'm not seeing anybody do it great. And this is where I go back and say, if you're going to rate me from a 1 to a 10, I've been learning things and I'm sharing with you, which I've already shown you a couple of things, right? This isn't that you look at my page and think, oh my gosh, she's amazing. No, I'm showing you some stuff and then come back to me in like 6 weeks. Because now that I've learned a bunch of stuff, it's like, oh, I can actually implement some of this. But again, I didn't want to wait until then. I just want to make sure that I share, because I knew I could get some stuff for you. I don't know if it's really relevant. Well, how many was it? Wait, let me see if I find it really quickly, because I was supposed to I should have written this down, but I want to give you a number. I took a picture. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry.
Is that something you've done just since you started this?
I'll tell you what the difference in the number is. So I ran an ad that I spent. Okay, so I spent $67 and I got 1683 page likes in I'm gonna say, I could be off, but I think it was in 3 days. 1,600. Yeah.
So is this a group page? What is this actually?
This is a community page. So you see how it says community right underneath the title? That's how you know when you build your page, what kind of page you did. Where did I
What did
advertise?
you advertise?
Yeah, what
Well, I'm
did
going
you-
to show you
Oh,
my
sorry.
ad.
No, when
I'm
you.
building you up. So
Okay.
you're like, oh, no. I mean, you will kind of be like, really? That's all you did? I can guarantee you.
When you create a page, you can select if you want a community or a business page.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah, you have a couple of options.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't remember seeing it.
I promise you, community was there. They have added things and changed things if you did it like 6 years ago. I have actually had this page for a while. That's why I wanted to tell you how many I got in a period of time. So out of the, oh wait, was it more? Hold on. Yeah, 1,600. And like I said, it was in about 3 days. Now that was for the ad that I was getting to get people to like. Then on this, at the same time, so I had two things running at the same time. I did a post that I wanted to get engagement. So I wanted people to say things, like things, what have you. And in that same 3-day period of time, now again, so this is not the $10 trick. This is the, I spent $74 to get post engagements. That means likes or comments. I spent $74.17 and I got 476 likes or comments. You don't do this all the time, but if you're looking to get status in social media world, this is something that you can do.
You didn't pay that just in one lump sum, you went as each day, because I feel like. they give you-
That was my total.
You did like $20 the first day. and then
I
the
want to
second day,
say I
and
may
then
have did it. I may have did it. I did this writing like 18 contracts for one buyer at a time is, and you guys are doing it too. Some of you are doing, not all of you are doing like one and you got it. She's a unicorn out of all of this, but it's like my eyes are like, anyway. I believe that I did $100 was my total to spend. And so that's why I have these kind of numbers, but I wanted that to be like accurate to tell you. So, and I did this a few weeks ago. Now, in addition, so I did this ad that has the 4,200. I did this yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? 18 hours ago. So this is 18 hours ago. This is a true, I am advertising because I'm a real estate agent and I want you to be interested in my service ad. This isn't a, oh, look at a cute puppy dog. That's not it. This is a, you're going to engage because you have some kind of an interest in that. So the numbers are way different and you have to know that. But in this one, let me tell you what my numbers are because I can give you live information. I thought about like taking it for this one. I was like, well, that's not going to be helpful.
What else did you write on that?
I'm going to show you.
Oh, you're
what
gonna show,
else.
okay, I'm curious to see how you got. all
Again,
of that.
build up, man.
Or people.
I don't
reached.
I know, right?
Before one. It's gonna be like,
I know. Okay. Oh, so this one I've only spent 11. So for that many people, that was $11.70. And I have 12 engagements and 2 likes. So the thing about the engagements means that they clicked on something. So you may say that it's like, well, it's only 2 likes. They clicked on the, oh, whoops, hold on, somebody's trying. Oh, no.
Probably your profile picture or something.
No, they actually clicked on this. Yeah. Now, there are some questions that are out there and I'm going to get to those questions, but I'm going to show you where this took me. And for those of you that came to the Stellar Tools class, oh, whoops, not click on this, sorry. I forgot because Facebook, you have to do it this way. And somebody asked me what else I wrote. This is what else I wrote. It's kind of like a template. They told me to write something like this. Whether you like it or not, follow what somebody else says. I put on a couple of things, and then this is taking me to a page where they can actually sign up.
Oh, wow.
Don't I look all fancy?
So you created all of that.
I did create all that. Now, we're not going to go into everything about this. This is just a landing page. You can do it through Keller Williams. You can also do it through MailChimp. So MailChimp is on there. That's on there. And this so far has, oh, just got a new subscriber. Sorry. that was kind of like a little too weird. Oh, is that you? I don't mess with my head. I got all excited. All right, so you did. So he gave me, so he gave me 3. I know, right?
And do you mention on this page that you create that you're agent? With Keller
That's the
Williams?
community page. So remember, a community, it does actually have that I'm an agent if you go into my info.
Because I'm actually over there creating one, but I didn't know if I have to say that.
You do need to say that. Yeah, but if you're doing the community page, it's all about what is it that you're doing to when you are advertising homes and when you're being a real estate agent with the post, then depending on how you share it, it's always going to have, well, it should always have who you are. So if you see, they clicked on this, it actually took me here. Does anybody recognize where I got the site from?
it's not just list reports or what's the?
It is, it's list reports. Yeah. And I'm not suggesting that this is the greatest place to send them. That's not necessarily, huh?
Is that a feeling that has?
Oh, which one? This one?
It's in Mr. Ridge. My folder beside that for the house. Is it-
Oh,
Is it that-
This one? No, that one's not in Panther Ridge. Which one?
That one.
Oh, that's Panther Ridge. Okay.
Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
directly from the MLS? What is the list? report?
So list reports is connected to the MLS. Yes, yes. So that I don't think is actually on your list. So look for list reports. It has a lot of stuff on it. But do you see the post that I created? And then I made an ad that then got engagement. Okay, so you're following me. So there's a reason. And then that now some of this is going to answer some of the questions that you have to show you what you do, what you can do. So yes, this is through our MLS. You could be sending them to your Keller Williams site if you did a different post that was more about open houses or houses under $600,000 in Lakewood Ranch, right? Because, you know, have something kind of interesting, or 3-car garage homes in Lakewood Ranch. Because, you know, what are the things that people want? They want pools, they want garages, they want what have you. So that's the end result. So I did an ad, I sent them somewhere, and if I wanted in from that place for them to get the information, they needed to sign up.
The ad was the picture though, right? There was
Mhm.
the eye, like I
It's a
think
pool.
very appealing looking.
Yeah.
Kind of exotic lifestyle.
Correct.
Sorry.
Yeah, and you can do that differently. I'll tell you, if you put something up there that's more about like homes that are $350,000, you'll actually have more engagement, because there's a lot of people that are looking for $350,000 homes. So I just wanted to have something to be able to show you what you can do. And again, this took them to list reports, but you could have them go to your Keller Williams website, which I do recommend doing that too. I was just doing something different because I wanted to show you like a few other things outside of what we normally do when we teach. Okay, so you follow the ad or the post that turned into an ad that then sent them somewhere that then when they were there, they had to sign up, and that directed them to another page. Okay.
So when I try to choose this category community,
Mhm.
it's not.
Let me look at it real quick, but as far as setting up the page, what we can also do is we can do a separate class. I can't tell you that exactly. So if you stay on this page, I do want us to make sure we cover a lot of things, then we'll, because this part of it is, yeah, if I could just move a little bit further, then I might call in Sam to help you with that. I just want to make sure that we get further. Yeah. Okay.
I got a reply from Susie South.
You did? What did my reply say?
You're telling me all the great Easter events that happened through the year.
Okay. Thank you for that.
It's very
I gotta update
But it
that.
was like.
This is why you don't do things like when you're rushed. Okay.
Or et cetera.
Okay. Thank you for that.
No, I mean, that's just a note that once you get into this.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it current, or.
Yeah.
You could start.
Cur-
losing people because like.
Oh, yeah.
When you go to the initial step of putting that ad on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
who's going to see, like, is it only your people that are your friends, or, I mean, what's going to bring the general public to that?
I'm going to show you about how to do those kind of ads. Yeah. So hold on one moment. Let me just turn something off here.
And is that ad sort of targeted towards just this geographic area, or does that go to?
That's how
anybody
we're
on
going to do. Yeah, that's how we're actually going to do the ad.
So you did that through the mail.
Mm-hmm. So thank you for that. Let me turn this off. Let's see, I had my husband test it and he was like, oh yeah, it's fine. Don't use your husband or spouse. Yeah. Don't do that. Let me just turn this off for a moment. That was, there's a landing page and a So,
Susan,
mhm,
so I just want to recap. So you've got your personal page. A lot of realtors have their Facebook business page, which they utilize. But what you are saying is you might be a little bit more in that gray area, gray radar as part of a community page, because it's not like blah out there, for example, that you're a realtor trying to sell. So you're saying creating a community page, people might be more engaging, more open to that than a business page and following a business page, because these two aren't going to follow each other, right? You're going to have your business page and then you're going to have community page. So you are focusing more on advertising on the community
Community page.
page than on the business page. That's what you do.
I'm not using a business page.
So you're not using business.
This is only a community page, myself.
Okay.
So you
so-
don't
Myself.
have a business
Yeah,
page.
but
This is my business page.
If you look, your business page, you can ask all your followers already to follow you and like you, okay, but they could be all living in Portland, Oregon. Okay, so you start the community page and you drill down to local where you are trying to do that business.
Yeah.
And what, I don't have this yet, but I'll put stuff on my business page every once in a while. I have like 300 followers, okay? So I'll put it over on my personal page
So that's
and
the,
share it to, let them know once a month I'm still in a real estate business that haven't really followed me and want to see this more. And this drills down to, when you buy that little ad for $67 or whatever, you can set the parameters then that say, I want these 4 zip codes or whatever it is.
yes, and the first part of your question, he just answered. So you asked about 5 questions in there. The first part was the business, and say, when I say business page, yes, understand that can be the business or the community. My suggestion is use it as a community page. And you can use it for business. You just have to make sure that you, in the integrity of a community page, it needs to be community focused, but then you share it. So that was the second part. So you have your post, you then make an advertisement that you push out that advertisement. That advertisement then brings people somewhere, or in some cases, it doesn't bring them somewhere. Maybe you just want to have that advertisement because you want people to see that name. That's sometimes you do as well. And then you have the ability to also share things from your business page / community page to your personal page that lets people see that it's you. I mean, we share things from time to time, right? You find out something when it's hurricane season. A lot of times somebody will see something from the National Hurricane Association, or what's it called? The people that tell us stuff about hurricanes. That place. NOAA, thank you. I was like National Ocean, yeah, something like whatever it's called, what he said. We then share stuff from them and then pass it along. Well, you can put stuff on your page to then also pass that along as well and hide the other people from the list. I lived in New Jersey for a period of times. There are sometimes that I'll make a post that I only want the New Jersey people to see, because let's be honest, we all have seen palm trees, right? I mean, you know, you might take a lovely picture of a palm tree, but I can look at my window and see a beautiful palm tree. So I really don't care about that picture. But my friends in New Jersey get a little bit upset, and I'm okay with that when it's, 10 degrees and I'm sending a picture of a palm tree and how beautiful the weather is. Because people used to do it to me when I lived there. So I feel like I have to get people back.
So-
Yes.
So going back to the lists,
Mhm.
or our friends list, can you have somebody on multiple lists?
Yes.
Okay,
And you should.
because now I know how I can create my list.
So you're jumping ahead as well. I'm going
Sorry.
to call you Hilton.
I have a question. So when you
Uh-huh.
ran that ad, you didn't select the list that you had separate?
No, because this is on the community page.
Okay.
The list is only something that you can actually use on your personal page.
Okay.
But you're going to share things onto your personal page. So from time to time, there might be, like, maybe this gets shared to your personal page.
But
It
the
could
people-
be.
But the people you have on your community page, you got through an ad.
Yes. So are you guys ready for that? Okay. So I'm going to show you what the ad is, and then I'm going to show you how this looks.
the pictures that you're using in your ad, are those? Where you get that, I mean, because sometimes I might get copyright on the picture or.
Oh, no,
can't
you
take
need
a
to get
picture,
it.
can
Yeah,
you?
you need to get it from the right place. Oh,
Okay,
whoops.
so there's a place to.
Yeah, yeah, there's
On
definitely,
Pinterest, which would be Canva,
No.
right?
which is Canva. Yeah.
Okay.
Pinterest, other people put that picture there, so you can't take that.
But even if they have the button that you can download, a lot of the pictures that I have found on Pinterest, you can.
If they're
download.
allowing you to download it, then I'm
Yeah.
gonna say probably. I'd have to see the picture to see what it says. If it says
Uh-huh.
something like may have
The copyright.
copyrights, then it's telling you, but then it's putting the download, so you shouldn't do
Yeah, 'cause
that.
I've noticed some
Yeah.
that you cannot download and some that you can, so
Yeah,
Right.
I'm assuming
I've
that the download ones you can probably
Yeah,
share.
And some of them will actually have like a little Facebook or LinkedIn or all these little symbols up there, which means you can share that complete article, that photograph you made of it.
Mhm.
They're wanting you to get it out.
It's true, yeah.
Okay, so let's see here.
Snapshot things like interesting. Do you think so? I have too.
I guess it's if they offer to come around and
Well, I
Fine,
heard
yeah,
that
so
if
you-
you give credit to the person that took the photo, credit to, then you can share the photo. I mean, that's what my daughter
Yeah,
told
like if
me.
a photographer takes a nice picture, I'll send a message and ask, do you mind if I share it? But if it's just something silly, like I snapshot and posted like the tax refund the other day, like it was like, what to do with that tax refund? It'd be a good down payment, so I snapshot it, cropped it, and used it.
Nobody will find out.
I am not listening to that whole conversation. All right. So you want to know how I got? That's how I got it, from that one post or that one ad. See how it says 5,900 people?
And that's it.
That's it.
So something very inspirational.
It needs to be yellow. They've done research. Yellow is the color that gets more people to do something.
I thought purple made people buy stuff.
Purple did not give the same result, does not give the same results, I should say.
That's your entire ad?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And that was a while ago. So that's another page that I have. That's about like what I do with you guys to advertise that I use. Oh, wait, here, let's do a full size preview.
So when you
Oh, that is full size.
advertise, pretty much you're not saying that you're an agent with Keller Williams. It's okay to put.
That-
ads out there.
That wasn't telling, I wasn't trying to sell anybody real estate. Now, the other thing is, when you see a page and it has this many likes, is it, do you believe, you're like, well, whoever they are, they got something to say and people seem to like it, right? Do you really care that all 5,900 people from that particular ad came from a different country?
No, yeah.
Every one of them came from a different, not from each one from a different country, but my advertising dollars were better spent outside of the US, outside of the UK, outside of Canada.
Where did you pick? Hawaii?
No, that outside of the US. So I did, yeah, yeah. So I'm doing-
Citizenship so bad.
yeah. So if you do, like, the cheaper, the better. So they're for a majority of it is from different places in Asia.
Even though it's in English.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was speaking English.
Obviously, it doesn't matter.
So can I ask you a question?
Mhm.
You put an ad out there, you got 5,900 likes,
Likes to the page.
likes to the page.
Mhm.
Did you get any business from it?
That wasn't about the business. That was giving credibility because, well, most of you looked at the page and thought, well, she has a lot of people, so whatever she's saying, people seem to like it. It's a giving credibility. The reason that you may choose to do that, and I'm not saying that you need to do this, I'm just telling you how, I'm totally telling you how I did it. What then happens is I'll have organic reach. So I'll have people that will come to the page from other advertisements that I've done that are specifically in Manatee and Sarasota County, but they're seeing a page that doesn't have 3 people that have liked it or 60 people that have liked it. They're seeing it be a bigger page. And the most common way to do that without you being some kind of an entertainer is you got to advertise that somehow to actually get that information out there. Now, specifically, it's less about what you say, but the formula is yellow. And also the formula is 5 words. Do not do 4, do not do 6, do 5 words. Somebody else spent the money to do the research on it. And I'm going to say if I got that many with like I tend to do $100 when I'm testing an ad because I have done enough ads that I kind of can know, okay, it's probably going to do something. And so that's what happens from that.
You spent $100 on
I
that.
spent $100 to get to 5,900. And you'll have some people that come off of it, which I'm okay with. I just needed to get numbers on there so that I have a page that has a lot of people on it. I'm not doing advertising that will go somewhere else because now I don't want to pay $100 for someone that lives in another country for the most part. It's just not the best bang for the buck. So that's how I got so many people on my page.
So this is just ready for the middle of the page.
Yeah. And if you go onto a page that has a few thousand people on it, and it's a page that probably hasn't existed for more than a year or two, I'm going to tell you, it'd be shocking if they didn't do something kind of like this to get there. When you see like 600 and stuff like that, then it's probably from some, ads that are for that particular area.
Do you recommend doing that on a business page or just a community?
You can do this on any page.
Any page?
If you saw, I have, I think like over 20 different pages for a variety of things that me and my husband have done. And I've done it for a lot of them. Yeah, we did it for why my husband likes to trade luxury watches. So we did it for that stuff. So it works for watches. It works for real estate, works for coaching. I had a coaching program that I did before I started as this PC. I took a year that I was doing it on my own. And so I've done this a couple of times. I've actually done the same picture a few times. And I don't care, you can use that picture, whatever. I took it from my class. So you can, there's probably like 30 other people that were doing the same thing.
12 o'clock.
I have this till 1.
We had 12.
I don't know why she booked it. We have a class on the calendar.
Okay.
I am so sorry. Okay, so you can do it, or you can do this totally organically. I'm just here to show you how to get big results.
Can I say something about what he's talking?
Uh-huh.
So he talked about the calendar.
Uh-huh.
Looks like a calendar. I'm finding it's a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes the duration of what's on the calendar doesn't seem to be correct.
Oh, okay. Was this on for until 12 or till 2?
Till 1.
Till 1, okay,
2 hours.
okay.
But some of them don't seem to be correct.
All right, I'll check with that. We did have someone that left not that long ago, and we're kind of working out the kinks that go along with
Yeah,
that.
and then some things are totally canceled and then they're not really.
Okay. I'll share that with Nicole. Okay, I'll share that with Nicole and also make sure. Yeah. Okay. I'll share that part. Okay, so do we get the point to do this? And again, I am not telling you to do this or not to do this. This is a choice that you can make. And there's probably some other ways that you could get some pretty big numbers. And I'm going to tell you some of the like how like the countries to avoid and things like that, because I kind of rattled some off. But to get the most bang for your buck. But are you kind of clear on what was done here? I realize you may not know all the total details, but I'm going to go over. Okay.
I'm curious to see what kind of, did you, from the other ad that you ran
Mhm.
about the pool houses and stuff,
Mhm.
what was your return on that? I mean, did you get any business from it?
I have 6 signups, but apparently they were sent the wrong email. So that's going to be a different problem, but something else will be sent to them. So we'll get that part resolved. So that's just been for 18 hours. And there were 11 because of him. Yeah.
Susie, so you, as you said, you didn't reinvent the wheel. You just took the 5 words,
Mhm.
the yellow, and then you also were informed market in Asia.
Correct.
By yourself.
Hey. Yeah, exactly. So there are those different
That's kind of
countries.
like how they put it together, and that's like a pathway to getting that visibility on your page.
Correct. Yeah, correct. Okay. All right, so we're good with that part?